This is Isel,
I'm Jolene.
and welcome to Jolene's Bed.
When was the point that you know about the surgery or about that there is something else more stronger or something else that is not only a diet that I need to or I have to try?
So several people in my life that I knew just cordially, I knew have had the surgery, but I never thought it was for me or anything like that. And I remember we had a patient who came into the clinic that I work for, and we just kind of connected. We could talk and joke and banter, and it's always that thing where you're always afraid to broach that person because it's a heavy person already knows that they're heavy. Like, they don't want to be told that they're heavy. And so it's always, they had a feeling, like they had that intuition to ask me about it, but they never wanted to be offensive. Mm-hmm. And one day they just did. And they said, hey, we know this really cool doctor from Mexico, and he's coming up next week for a seminar. Do you want to go? And I remember I kind of lost composure at work, and I ran to the back and I started crying. And because I remember the doctor I worked for came out and said, oh, did you hear what so-and-so did? Like, they've done so amazing. And I'm just thinking, well, yeah, that's amazing, but it's not for me. Like, I'm not going to be able to do it. And so I went to the back, I kind of lost it for a minute, composed myself, went back, and we continued talking about it. And the patient came back the next day or the next week, and she goes, so are you coming to the seminar tonight? And I said, well, maybe if I need coffee, Sure enough, that afternoon she had DoorDash deliver me a Starbucks coffee. And I have to go to the seminar.
Did you feel like offensive for you, or did you ask to yourself, like, why is she telling me this, or why?
No, because I think at that point, no, I wasn't offended. Because at that point, I knew that I wanted it, but I didn't think it was ever going to be able to happen.
Okay, it was like a very far away solution.
Yeah, it was kind of like that, like a ladder. I was climbing the ladder, and I didn't think I was ever going to be able to reach the top of it.
Okay.
Is there a reason why you thought you couldn't do it?
Financially.
Oh.
Yeah, I had known that my health insurance in the United States wouldn't have covered it. So if I would have paid, had it in the States, I would have paid 5 times, 6 times the amount of money here. But it was still an obstacle that I knew that I had to figure out. But I knew I wanted it. It was still that gut thing of oh, I'm not going to be able to do it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so it's kind of you have that light at the end of the tunnel, but then you're trying to get there and it keeps moving back, like the quicksand. Yes.